Welcome to you beautiful writers, and in this episode we're going to put our best myth-busting trousers on and get on to the complicated subject of the difference between the main character and the central character. Hoorah! If you've not seen the previous episodes in this series, then check those out first by following the link here. Thanks to everybody who has liked, subscribed and commented on the series so far. We really do appreciate it. Thank you. And don't forget to stick around for the big tip at the end. So why is there so much confusion over the main character and the central character?
The central character is the same as the main character.
The central character is the hero.
The central character is the...
Samwise Gamgee to Frodo Baggins, Dr. Watson to Sherlock Holmes, Captain Hastings to that Belgian detective-y chap with the funny little moustache, and of course Murtagh to Riggs. These characters represent the status quo, the everyman or woman, the normal person in the context of that story. And without that normality, then the audience would be left untethered. Without this tether, we would simply drift off to where genius is commonplace and superpowers are 10 a penny. So I'm just going to read you this excerpt from a original Sir Arthur Conan Doyle Sherlock Holmes story. Now this is effectively narrated by Watson himself, and is a really good indication of what the central character is there to do. I trust that I am no more dense than my neighbours, but I was always oppressed with a sense of my own stupidity in my dealings with Sherlock Holmes. Here I had heard what he had heard. I had seen what he had seen, and yet from his words it was evident that he saw clearly not only what had happened, but what was about to happen. While to me the whole business was still confused and grotesque. Dr. Watson's character in here as a central character is very clearly pulling the audience or the reader back down to a kind of a normality of intelligence. What he's saying is that Sherlock Holmes is kind of up here at a level, and he himself and the audience are down at another level. And now that's hugely important, again, because of this tethering. It's saying, you're putting a very clear peg in the sand and saying this is what normal intelligence is. And we were unable to fathom the mystery. However, Sherlock Holmes will. I know that Sherlock Holmes is clever because Dr. Watson tells me so. I know that Poirot is clever because Captain Hastings tells me so. I know that Frodo Baggins is going through more than any hobbit has ever gone through before because Samwise tells me so. In Lethal Weapon, I know that every cop isn't unhinged, suicidal and mulleted because of the family man partner Murtagh. No matter how crazy a movie gets, it's the central character's function to keep the audience rooted in reality, or at very least the reality of the story. You can also use this analogy in comedy. Effectively, the central character is the straight guy, the Ernie Wise to Eric Morecambe. If you don't have a straight guy, then what ends up happening is you end up with two people competing for laughs. Remember that the cast of characters work together to take the audience on an emotional roller coaster. In our circus story, it'll be the job of the central character to remind the audience that not everybody is absolutely petrified of heights like our hero is, but also it's incredibly dangerous to swing through the air in a trapeze. Rather than the central character be new in our story, I think it's something that will be perfectly suited to the love interest. There's plenty of opportunity for flirting during the training sequences, and also lots of jibes when the hero ends up falling on their backside. For the free worksheets that accompany these videos, please visit www.clickimagination.com or follow the link here. Please show your support by taking the time to like, subscribe and comment. Every single one is appreciated. Thank you. In order to understand the roles of the cast of characters, try and identify them in the movies that you love. If you can't identify the cast, such as the hero, the antagonist, the mentor and the central character, then try to get an understanding of how the writer has dramatized the function of those characters in those stories that you love. Also, take a look at those movies where the audiences have been turned off. In order to find those, visit www.rottentomatoes.com. Loads of examples on there, and I'll stick the link in the comment section below. In the next episode, we're going to take the cast that we've created through the series so far, and we're going to apply them to a structure. So that means working out the acts, the key story beats, themes and sequences. If you can't wait for the next episode and you're hungry to understand how story structure works, then why not check out our other tutorial by following the link up here. And we'll look forward to seeing you next time.
The central character is the same as the main character. The fact. And I don't mean